Welcome, everybody. Please let me know if we are live and the podcast is running. But welcome, everyone, to the On the Spot podcast. Today, on the spot, we have Renaldo Gouws, one of the biggest South African creators, a true, I don't even know how to express this in words, but a role model of mine. So, I'm really nervous today, and it's a huge honor to have him on the podcast. But welcome to everyone, and welcome Ronaldo. Thank you so much for joining us today.
How's it? To like it. How's it going? How's it, everybody?
I'm doing really well. As you can tell, I'm really nervous. I'm not really nervous generally, but I'm doing well.
Just
How about you?
consider this like a Fortnite game. I would be terrible at Fortnite, so there's nothing to be nervous about.
Okay.
I help you cuck all the time in the chat, so it's
I
not
mean,
really any different.
that is true. For the people that do
Mhm.
not know Ronaldo, I'm sure everyone does, but Ronaldo is a South African YouTuber. He's been doing this for Ronaldo. How many years have you been doing YouTube?
Like 12 years, but like serious, I've taken it seriously for like the last 5 years.
That is actually crazy. It is. It is actually crazy to see like where, because I know personally, I started watching you at around 53,000 subscribers, and
Yeah.
the last year have been phenomenal for growth in the South African and the Southern African, for the YouTube community. Um,
Mm.
the first question that I do want to start off with is, how did you grow your channel to 100,000 subscribers, and how difficult was it for you?
Um, That's an interesting question. Look, I didn't do any marketing or advertising other than just putting my stuff on various different social media platforms. So, like, I've got a big following on Facebook as well. I mean, when I say big, I mean, I don't have a page. I've got my profile, and then I've got 20,000 people that follows me there with the 5,000 people that I've got. So, what usually happens is, people discover my videos based on a controversial topic, and then they will then send that via WhatsApp or via Messenger or whatever channels to their friends, and that is how people discover me, by other people recommending my stuff, not by YouTube recommending my stuff. Back in the day, it used to be YouTube, but no, I mean the last, like, the lockdown period has caused me to reach 100,000 subscribers because people had more time on their hands. But I think that if it wasn't for lockdown, I would probably be at about like 60, maybe 65, 70,000 subscribers now. So yeah, I mean it really helped my channel. But YouTube in itself is also, they're not very open to center right politics and talking about controversial issues. So they've made it a lot more difficult to get subscribers. So I'm happy to have reached 100,000. That was my goal, I would say, when I started taking YouTube seriously. So that, like, plaque in the back over there, like, that is my goal. And now, as long as I can just keep it above 100,000, I'm happy.
It is absolutely amazing what you have done, and it just shows so much potential for other, South African creators, that it can be done if you want,
Mm.
if you're willing to put in the hard work. But one thing that you did say, YouTube did recommend your content in the old days, but they don't anymore. And I
Oh
can
yeah.
talk about this topic for ages, because it's something that we see every single day, every week, every month. YouTube decides when they want to recommend your content. Personally, I've seen spikes. So last year when I went to South
Mm.
Africa, it was the 16th of October, around about to like the 2nd of December. In that time span of a month and a half, my channel got over 250,000 views, and
Mm.
now I average around, let's say, 50 to 60,000 views. In that month, I gained 2,500 subscribers. The last month, I've gained 100 to 200 subscribers. And then
Yeah.
there's like these ups and downs. But recently, and what I've been seeing from all the South African creators is, people in our community, YouTube does not recommend their content. It's like, I don't know if it's something to do. I've no idea, to be honest. But what is your like experience with like the recommendation, or like let's talk about the YouTube algorithm. Have you tried to study it in any way, or have you tried to uh,
Um,
like take like make the how do I
n-
explain? Yeah.
No, I hear what you're saying. I looked at it. I was like, what am I doing wrong that YouTube isn't recommending my videos? But then what I did is I just YouTubed YouTube isn't recommending my videos. And then what I found is a lot of the content that came out, it was YouTube doesn't like videos that do not generate money for them, right? So if you're going to talk about a controversial topic, so like me, my average video is either Julius Malema singing "Kill the Bird" or it's the EFF that is like destroying things, or it is somebody that said something racist. So those are things that YouTube won't recommend, right? And
But
they both,
sorry that
yeah.
I'm interrupting, but have you seen the phenomenal views on those videos?
Yeah,
There's
but that is not YouTube. That is people that are hurtful by watching that and they share it. Because I mean, I'm very open with my statistics. If I had to show you my analytics, you'll see that YouTube's suggestions is like 0.5%, and then external is like 85 to 90%, which means it's Facebook, it's WhatsApp, it's Twitter, it's all of that. So it's literally I'm very lucky in the sense that I've reached that level where I have, like, let's say on a viral video, one that everybody's talking about. I've got at least like 1,000 to 2,000 people that will share that. And that is what gets me views. If I had to be a YouTuber that had like 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers, then that would not be the case. So I'm very lucky in that sense. But the algorithm definitely works against people. And this is I don't want to be controversial with this thing, but it's something that I've seen. YouTube is obviously based on, I mean, Google owns it, right? And I've been to Google Africa's headquarters in Johannesburg once when they invited me for some like bullshit
Was
thing
that the
when,
time when
I
you
don't know.
got the pillow?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The best part is you got the pillow, right? And then I wanted to make like an entire like sort of what I wanted to vlog my experience, and they told me in the Google Africa YouTube space that I couldn't vlog. I couldn't vlog in the YouTube like area,
You're
and I was like,
joking. That is
I swear to God, you are not. If I don't know if it's changed, but when I was there in the like, so it's Google Africa, the building, and then I think there's 2 floors that belong to YouTube, which is like it looks amazing. It's like
yeah.
one of those places you want to work at, like free snacks, bean bags, graffiti against the walls. It looks beautiful. And then I was taking my camera out, and then people said, "No, no, no, you're not allowed to vlog." And I was just like, "Yeah, that pretty much sums it up." But the point that I'm making is, if you're looking at what Google Africa's target market is, it's not you and me. It is. If I had to give an example, it would be like your like Sibu Mpanza. It'll be your black content creator that vlogs about himself. That is what YouTube Africa and Google Africa is pushing hard, because I mean they've got hundreds of thousands of views on their videos, and it's all about me, me, me. And I mean, fair play. I mean, you're allowed to make videos about whatever you want to, but I know for a fact that like I don't understand why YouTube South Africa hasn't like really stepped up with their gaming, because I mean we've got some of the best gaming content creators out there, like yourself, like Don's
Thank you.
Plays, various other people. But you don't get the support from YouTube that you would expect, and that shocks me. The fact that I'm not supported, I can understand, but content creators like yourself, that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it's all in their hands. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
we can't complain. They're the people that are putting the bread on the table, if that makes sense. On your YouTube analytics, it might say, this percentage is from suggested videos, or something that I love to look at is impressions, and I physically do not believe those numbers. I do not. Although it's nice to
Yeah.
send that to sponsors and this and that, I got this million, how many million impressions. I will not believe if I have this video, the video where I said got threatened in Sandton City, gets 500,000 impressions, but only 5,000 views. You telling me not even not even 10% of the people that saw that video on their recommended or on their homepage decided to click on it. Like,
Yeah, no, that's bullshit. I mean, I don't trust the analytics at all. I don't trust it. What I look at is, I mean, you can't even trust the super chats because you get your total amount. Like for instance, and I mean, I'm not obsessed over super chats. I know
yeah,
that it's a running
stripper
joke.
chats,
Like
Ronaldo,
yeah,
stripper
I'm an
chats.
e-bigger, stripper chats, all of that. But I mean, that's shits and giggles. It's me having fun with people that really dislike me, and what I love to do is I like to play into their narrative, so when they accuse me of something, then I double down and act like it, because the people that watch my videos and support me know that I'm not like that.
Exactly.
But as an example, so you know let's use the president's stream as an example.
What
You can
they
see
do
that
wonderful.
you can
They
see
do amazing.
yeah, well, thank you. But you can see the reason I think that does well is because YouTube has to recommend, like, let's say 5 or 6 live streams on a big event that they can see as getting a lot of traction. That is, I mean, and there's not a lot of people that cover it. So it'll be News 24, it'll be SABC, and then it'll be me and maybe one or other content creators. I think that's why it does well when I do those type of streams. But for instance, during a president live stream, you can actually see the super chats come in, and you can see the total on your side from an analytics point.
Yes.
So then, let's as an example say that I get 10,000 rand super chats. Right now, we know super chats are not refundable. And YouTube takes 30% of that. So that means that I should get 7,000 Rand. Now, 2 days later, when you look at the
And
analytics,
when it
it
shows,
shows, oh, 5,500 Rand. And then you're like, no,
exactly.
that's not right. So my point is, like, no, I don't trust the analytics. I don't look at that shit because I know that they don't recommend it. And I mean, as you know, an original video, the first 15 minutes of you uploading that video is the most important, because that is how
React.
people that tune in and then and share it. Now, YouTube has got this cock thing at the moment where when you premiere something, like when I create a video, I want to get it out as soon as possible. I don't want to keep it for tomorrow because then it's too late, because my whole niche is current affairs stuff, right? But then YouTube has changed it now that even if I want to, I've chosen all my videos to not monetize it. So I know just straight out of the bat that I don't monetize it, so that there's no any hurdles that I have to overcome. But now YouTube has even put in this thing that even if you don't monetize your video, they still have to run the checks to see if it, like, violates one of their things. And then so you premiere a video for 6 o'clock, and then by 10 past 6, they still haven't finished processing,
It's
and then that's
ridiculous.
gone. It gets lost. So that's why I don't upload as many original videos anymore. I used to do one a week. Now, I mean, I think the last time I uploaded was like 3 weeks ago. And before that, like a month and a half ago, because it's just not worth it for me to take those 2 hours to record a video, to edit it, and to upload it, because it just feels like wasted time. So it
100%.
demotivates you.
100%, like, understand where you're coming from. And about the YouTube analytics and about monetization, while we're on the topic, I can upload a video. So I do monetize my videos, but I physically do not see a point. I don't understand how people create videos and make a living out of YouTube. I don't think in Africa that will ever be possible, if you can agree, because the AdSense and the CPMs that we get in Southern Africa are ridiculously low. I've seen people,
Yeah,
I
no, that
watch
is.
every video I see, how much YouTube paid me in this year. People are talking about around $40 or $50 CPMs, and I'm like, I
Yeah,
have a
no, it's
40 Rand
crazy.
CPM, and that's if all of your because in South Africa, okay, this is where I can speak from Namibia versus South Africa. When I'm in Namibia, I get very minimal
Let me
ads.
check. Let me check. You can continue. I'm gonna just look at my latest video
Okay,
that actually was monetized, and I'll tell you exactly how much I earned on that video.
so the CPM differences are crazy, and
Mm.
I would never understand how, like, a video that I made that got my most viewed videos at around 12,000 views. It's not a lot, made, I think, 120 Rand. And let me just make sure my mic is good. Okay, my bad. A video it was 12,000 views. It was 110 or 120 Rand. And then I have a video that had 5,000 views that made something like 200 and something Rand. And then there's videos with 3,000 views that have made 3 Rand, or 6,000 views that have made nothing. It is ridiculous. I do not understand. And people are showing these numbers in overseas, how much YouTube paid me, $40, $50 CPMs, and it is something that I think we really get affected by because of where we live, and it's really unfortunate.
So my video, okay, so firstly, I made that video about Starlink with SpaceX, how ICASA is going to like want them to have 30% broad-based Black economic empowerment to start having that internet in Africa and in South Africa.
We talked about it on the stream.
The video got like no traction in the beginning, and then like in like day 8, suddenly, I don't know if somebody posted it on an American like forum or something, but it got like 35,000 views now, and I've made 614 Rand on that. And if I just look at my RPM, it is 17 Rand 91, and my playback based CPM is 43 Rand.
That is the average. I can go on my. I'm just gonna do it right now because I feel that's really convenient. I would like, if there's any people watching in the stream, if you guys could send that in on Twitter, or I would love to look at it if you guys are monetized or whatever. But something that is really common, I think the CPMs in Southern Africa is between 30 and 40 Rand. If you're lucky, maybe 50 Rand. I don't think we have ever seen something higher than that, or at least in my personal experience, I do not think that. Something.
I know. A different video that I had that is similarly the views, like it's got 32,000, and that RPM is 15 Rand and the CPM is 36 Rand. So the point that I'm making is the way that, look, I think as the viewer numbers grow in South Africa, you'll never ever be able to make a living off of the CPM, off of like monetizing your videos, right? But I do think that South African YouTube content creators will be able to live off of super chats and memberships.
100%.
So that is going to be key. That's going to be really, really important. There was this massive fight. I think it's about 3 or 4 years ago when I said, if you are saying that you can make a living off of YouTube in South Africa, you are lying. And that was before super chats and memberships was enabled. And then there was this black YouTuber, South African YouTuber, Sibu Mpanza, strangely enough, that said, I just don't know how to work it. And, you get sponsors and you get, and then I said, at that time, I said, well, then you must be talking bullshit about your numbers, because Google and YouTube already shows how low the click-through ratio is to buy a product. So you must be bullshitting people to buy into your product or into you as to what you are charging. But anyway, that was a massive fight. But things have changed now because of super chats and membership.
It has. And okay, something you just brought up with like talking about the sponsors, and one thing that I do want to ask or like talk about is brand deals. So we see people over in America or overseas, once again, getting all these brand deals per video, and I've had a lot of long talks with people, other big creators in the community, and we have argued so much regarding how much they actually get paid, and basically. So the assumption that I have made over the past, let's say, a couple of months of studying and watching all these different videos is that someone with around between 100,000 subscribers and 1 million subscribers, if a decently sized company comes to them with a brand deal doing a 30 to 60 second ad showing if it's either a game or a product or an application that they want to grow, is around $10,000. So
Mm.
If we had to convert that into into Africa, if that was a real thing here, imagine a company coming to you as Renaldo Gouws and saying, "Hey Ronaldo, we'd like to feature our new game for 30 to 60-second ad. We'll give you 150,000 rand." That is never going to happen. Yeah, at least I
It
don't
will
think
never
so.
happen.
At least
It will
not
never
on those
happen.
amounts.
Yeah, it won't happen. But I also won't do it. I personally won't do it because, firstly, they will never come to me
Yeah,
because I've
theoretically.
yeah, because firstly I'm a controversial like content creator. Like it's unless it's something like a very cool brand, that like likes to live on the edge,
That
then they'll
supports what
probably
you do.
approach me.
That supports what you do.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't expect a spa or somebody to come to me and say, "Hey, Ronaldo, we love what you do." Yeah, yes. Like, I mean, I'll never do that type of thing where people. I'll just put an advert on. If a company approaches me that I like, right? Um, like for instance, Cougar. Cougar is very cool. I love this chair. So if they had to approach me and say, Ronaldo, we want you to do something stupid with the chair or something that fits in with my live streams, then I will gladly do something like that, right? And I will be upfront, but I will never like run a 30-second advert like what Rahman does it's nothing against him. He can do with his channel what he wants, and I'm fine with that. But for me, it's just also because of my political career. I think it's a very gray area, and I would rather just stay clear of it. So for me, it's about super chats and memberships. That's it. But for channels like you, I think it's important that local companies, especially, they need to get behind Namibian and South African and Southern African content creators because it is the future. It is the future. People, I mean, how many times, and I'm sorry, I'm going on and on now,
No sure,
but
start.
even as a 38-year-old myself, I find myself rather searching for stuff on YouTube than actually watching stuff on Netflix. Like,
Same.
and even my wife literally looks at stuff to watch on YouTube than on Netflix. Of course, there's one season that comes out like Jupiter's Rising or whatever that new show is called that's out now. That's brilliant that you want to watch. And then other than that, no, I'd rather tune into a content creator like you or for instance PewDiePie or Stradman or something like that I can follow daily because I can relate to those individuals.
100% agree with that. It's something as simple as you want to support locals. You want to support
Yeah,
the people that have the same dream as you, and
exactly.
every day you want to go and like. Although it might not be as interesting if, let's say, you want to watch a local streamer or if you want to watch someone overseas, but every day I go on and I check my subscription to check who's live, and I'll always go pop in, say hi, show the
Exactly. It's a
support.
community. You feel part of something.
It is so true. Ronaldo, a question that I have for you, another one at least, is
Gooi away,
YouTube
Papa. Gooi away.
is YouTube your main, like, is it your job right now, or is it just a hobby, or do you do something else as well other than YouTube?
No, this is a hobby. This is like something that I just enjoy doing to let off steam. My full-time job is a counselor, so I'm in politics. I'm a ward counselor in Nelson Mandela Bay, and I'm also an industrial psychologist. So yeah, I hire and fire people for a living,
Must be
and then I
nice.
piss people off. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's the greatest job and the cuckest job. But no, my main job is being a ward counselor. So that's what I do, and YouTube is just like a side project that I'm running to get the news out about South Africa. That's how it started, and now it's like merged into me doing like live streams and obviously interacting with people and like taking the piss. Because for many years people saw me as this angry guy that used to just like talk a cock about the ANC and the EFF, but my personality, I've always been like somebody that I've got a dark like sense of humor, and people are seeing that like with the live streams. So I mean, I'm enjoying the live streams a lot more than uploading a video in which people can't actually interact with me.
Interact.
So yeah.
Interaction is so key when you want to build. Not a. Some
Yeah.
people do not understand when I say this. There's a difference between a viewer and a supporter.
Mm.
If you want to build supporters, people that can relate to you, as you said, and people that want to tune in every day to know how's it going with you, and that actually ask you how's it going, back. It is
Mm.
live streaming is really crucial. Some people like I only want to make videos and do it for fun. That's great. People that want to do that just for fun, have memories of things that you do
Mm.
capture, have it on there, great. Do that. But if you want to build a fan base and people that support you, live streaming is 1000% the direction to go in.
But that's the thing. I mean, like I see, for instance, I mean, you're on 10,500 subscribers now, right? But I mean, when did you start the channel? Like, when did you actively start doing what you're doing right now?
So like when I started taking it seriously.
Yeah.
So
Because I mean, we all started channels years ago. Like,
yeah.
we all created a YouTube channel years ago. But when did you start going, I'm going to make this a project of mine that I want to see to be successful?
So I started doing YouTube in 2016 in November. I was 13 years old. Um,
Yeah.
the support was at that time, was getting. In my first day, I got 13 subscribers. I can remember this like it was yesterday because it literally was a couple years ago. But I remember sitting with my mom and my family. We were sitting on the couch watching at live subscriber counts when it was still a thing. When I was on 99 subscribers and waiting for me to hit 100. And
It's an achievement, dude. I remember my first 100 subs as well.
it's crazy how you can just think back. I can remember all of my milestones, my 100, 500, my 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. 10,000 was, of course, the biggest, and I could not believe it because 4 years ago, or nearly 5 years ago, in November this year, I was standing in my living room in our old house with a Samsung Galaxy J1 Ace, recording a video and editing it on my laptop that had 2 gigs of RAM in it.
Man, don't even start with that shit because I'll beat you. I'll not physically beat you. Well, I'll physically beat you too. But
Is that
I
so
had
now?
one of those. I had one of those camcorders that had tapes,
Oh my.
right? So what I used to do is I had a camcorder that it had a flip, so you could flip it and then you turn it around and then you record yourself, and then there was no editing software, so you had to do the takes like
Oh
one
my.
take and hope you don't make a mistake. So I had 7 8 minute long videos, and then I would get to like let's say 5 minutes, and then I would mess up, and then I would have to
No.
start the entire thing all over again. And then from there, you'll had to like there was this little cable that connected into your computer and then it used to take like 45 minutes to transfer that file over, and then I was on a half a meg internet connection. So
Sounds like
transferring a
Namibian.
300 or 400, yeah,
Sounds like Namibian internet.
transferring a 500 meg file to YouTube took like 2 hours. So, I
That
mean,
is
it was
ridiculous.
ridiculous. But the point that I'm making is you reaching 10,500 subscribers is a bigger feat than me reaching 100,000 subscribers with the current state of YouTube. Because I mean, what is it? Every second there's like I think 100 hours worth of content
Uploaded
or
to
something
YouTube.
ridiculous.
It's
Yeah,
it's a, it's a
every
massive.
every second there's that many amount of hours that's being uploaded. So for somebody like you, with all of this competition in Southern Africa to reach that's an amazing achievement. So I take my hat off to you, literally.
Thank you.
Well done,
Thank you so much.
because I've had the benefit of starting when there was not a lot of competition. So everybody
I
knows that
mean,
angry white guy that used to scream at Julius Malema, and that's me. It's Ronaldo.
um,
Everybody, it's Rendier. So yeah,
like you said, you were the first to do it and that could be a reason why you got so big. And of course, hard work, we can never take that away. But I
yeah,
was also one of the first people to start streaming Fortnite in the community. I know it was Don, Hammer7
mm,
Jr., Clouds, if I'm correct, and it was me. We were the four people that hit 1,000 subscribers first for the Fortnite, or in our community at least. And
mm,
I mean, it's been a wild ride. But back to the other question that you said, Jay, I started in 2016, and then I started taking it serious around, I'd say, start of COVID. Start of COVID, I had 3,000 subscribers. I was averaging maybe 10,000 views a month, and then the first 2 months of COVID, my channel blew the absolute whatever. Yeah,
I think that's when I discovered you. That's when, because I was like looking at like, because I was bored of watching PewDiePie and these other guys playing games. Because I like, when I'm doing my emails and stuff, to have something on the background. So that's when I discovered Don's plays and you. And then I was like, shit. Like, I love the fact that we've got Southern African guys that are like competing at a disadvantage with the ping and everything, and then doing really well. So I enjoyed that.
It is crazy, and I think if South Africa does get better internet connection, better service, whatever you want to call it, I think there is a bigger gap for the gaming community to go global and to go international, because that is something you see people talking about every single day. You cannot just take this full time if you have not gone international, but a lot of people have gone full time, myself.
Yeah.
And if you can reach the stage where you've dominated the sub-Saharan, let's say Southern African part, if you've dominated that scene and you can take your content and your viewership international, that is going uphill and not looking back. I feel, but we have struggled to do that. I feel, at least, and people that I watch, I feel when we see viewers, when we see people supporting, there's a very small percentage of people outside of Africa watching our content. And
because they've got this
majority.
whole like thing. It's Africans, like they've got that mindset of African, and then I'm assuming when they see the thumbnail, they think you're just like an American, So
why do you have bad internet?
Yeah, exactly. And then my answer usually is an Afrikaans swear word that they don't understand. But yeah, look, the community that you guys are in also is like super supportive. Whereas I've had the opposite experience, because obviously I talk on something that's politics, so it's going to split people. It's controversial, and then even, I don't know, like in the political space on YouTube, it feels like, like as an example, and I'll mention his name here, that Australian guy, Loving Life. It's almost as if there can only be one person that can talk about politics in South Africa, and which is absolutely bullshit, because there's not a number one position. Everybody can succeed and everybody can do well, and that is what I love about the gaming scene in Southern Africa on YouTube, is that like you and Don, I mean, there are meets that happens, and everybody is like supportive. I mean, like Chub C as an example, one of the greatest guys that is like supportive of the gaming scene and uplifting it, and actually putting physical money and hard work into supporting local content creators. I mean, and that is brilliant. That is what you need more of, these businessmen that see the potential that South African gamers and Southern African gamers has to offer. Now, you won't see it with me, but I mean, I'm happy to see at least that there's some movement in that direction.
It is really amazing to see it, and I can vouch for Chubbs. Chubbs has done a lot for the community. He's done a lot for me. Chubbs has donated a ridiculous amount of money to me.
He's got way too much money. Fuck it. I don't know if it's tax avoidance or evasion or whatever it is, or if it's a tax write-off. My dooie donder, hy man het baie geld.
Okay,
Lena, 100 randjies, ou chubbies, asseblief man. Lena, 100 randjies.
Oh, there, 100 rand, my broer.
Ja, asseblief man, kom nou man, ek het die geldjies nodig.
What I can say about Chubbs is Chubbs when he started watching me, it was like in December. I can't remember when, but I needed money for my new internet, because we were at one of our old houses, because we moved a shit ton. But we were one of our old houses, and we needed like one of those point-to-point fiber links, and that is his work, so he knows everything about it. And I was just talking to him today. I was like, yo, I need like 3,000 rand. He's like, how much did it cost? I'm like, yeah, I need like 3,000 to 4,000 rand to install the internet. He's like, let your mom send me your mom's banking details. I said, why?
Yeah,
he
you see, he's amazing.
I'll sponsor it for you. Not even donating it to me on stream and asking recognition for it. He's never asked me to tell the story, and I have told it a couple of times on stream, but what he did for me that time was amazing, and he's helped me out so much. And that is one of the one of the small things that he's done.
Yeah.
He's done absolutely
No, he's amazing. He's
And
amazing in
he-
the scene.
and he's helped people get their first PCs or donated $50 to them if they needed it for their whatever. And he has made so many people's lives better and
Mm,
give them the opportunities that they never could have had.
for sure.
So yeah, big shout out to Chubbs. But yeah, onto the next topic. So this is regarding COVID and yeah, let's talk about COVID. But do you have any big plans or anywhere you want to go after COVID? And I know, or like let's say when COVID ends, but it's probably still going to be a couple of years, or if it ever ends. But do you have any plans? Let's say it had to end the end of this year, next year Jan, you could go anywhere you wanted to. Do you have any plans that you want to do or travel or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm definitely going to go to the United States for like 3 weeks with my wife, and we are going to rent a car, and we are going to drive from New York to Texas. That's what we're going to do. Like after the election. Look, I mean, I've been lucky enough to get a lot of support from people via my super chats and membership. And, I used a lot of the money in the beginning to like get a microphone or get a Logitech camera, second screen, the LED light, and, like the Stream Deck, all of that type of stuff. And then I've reached the point where I've got everything that I need, like I don't need like resources like you guys with like a gaming PC and like a 20,000 Rand graphics card and all that cock, I mean, I literally just need like something to talk to. And then like during COVID, I mean, I managed to get like over 100,000 Rand that was donated through various live streams. And I was clever enough to not put that money into an interest-bearing account. I decided to move that into crypto, and I just bought crypto. And obviously, crypto it's gone up by like 150%. So I'm literally going to take a portion of that money and just go to the United States with my wife for 3 weeks, switch off. Maybe I'll do live streams from there, like actual vlogs, and see if I can get like some juicy, if I can get some amazing like American viewership and get my RPM up or something.
Yeah. You have to gooi the videos.
Yeah,
Then I can
I'll
pick up
be
your
there and like, yeah. What's up, guys? It's Renaldo Gouws here. I'm currently in Southern Texas, and I'm Renaldo Gouws. Yeah.
I love how
I'll do a lot of that, but I'll pull pranks, because what I did is for my honeymoon, or with obviously our honeymoon, we went to New York and we went to Las Vegas. And I loved swearing at people in Afrikaans. So I'm gonna definitely like do that. I'm gonna be there and go like, "Here my julle kak," and then we'll do it with a smile. And then they're gonna go, "Yeah, thanks, man, thanks." I'm like, "Yeah, he's a doos.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's a doos." And like, so I'm looking forward to that type of stuff. But with my luck, I'll meet that one South African that's there, and then we'll pick a fight, and it'll like get like demonetized on YouTube. Yeah.
That's gonna get a piss ton of views. That's all I can say. I don't know if you've seen the guy. His name is Send Nudes, but like with 2 O's. He's like this Asian guy.
Okay.
He goes up to people in New York. He's like, you look puskak. And the people are like,
yes, I've seen that guy. Yes. Yeah, like puskak. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, please, Ronaldo. All of us need to clip this moment. Ronaldo said he's gonna make these videos. Please hold this against him if he does go to America.
No, I
we
will
want
definitely
this
do that.
content. We want it.
I'll do that. I'll have 5G over there, and I can use my phone to stream, so it'll be fine. No problemo.
Once
Easy.
again,
Easy lemon peasy squeezy.
Something Namibia does not have. Once again, good internet or decent internet.
Yeah, look on that. Like you're the only oak I know that actually wants to move to South Africa.
we talk about this how many times? It's not like, how do I say this? Let's talk about this, right? In Namibia.
No, okay. Let me answer. I can answer it for you. You get kakker, kakster, right?
Yes.
You want to go from kakster to kakker.
Exactly.
And I'm not dissing Namibia. Namibia is beautiful. I'm talking about infrastructure-wise. I'm talking
And for
about
what I
like
want
internet and doing something. Yeah, exactly. So for internet, like definitely South Africa is better. But it's just funny though. Like everybody is trying to leave
Get
this
the
country,
fuck out of here. And then I'm
and
just here like,
yeah,
plane ticket to South
and
Africa,
you're like,
please.
"Hallo ouens, ek kom terug," and you're like, and then the best part is when you get here, like you cause cuck in Santon, or you get cuck at Santon rather. Like I mean, imagine,
Yeah.
yeah, that's typical like Dewald.
One thing
Yeah.
that I can
So,
say
yeah.
though is I'm not scared to stand my ground, and my South African friends that were with me that day, right? As soon as we get confronted, they're like, they stand 20 meters back. You can look from the clip where they were taking the video from. I'm standing in this
Yeah.
fucking guy's face. He's standing with I don't know what. It's not a real gun, probably.
Yeah, there's R5s.
And he's standing like this, and I'm like, he's telling me, yo, you're not allowed to film. I said, why? He says, he couldn't give me a reason. He says, okay, no, but you can record with a phone and not with a camera. I said, excuse me? Not with...
Yeah, what's the difference?
And I kept arguing. They told me we must go to the manager's office and, you know, I must ask permission to film with a camera. I said, okay, let's go. As soon as we walked in front of them, and then when we turned around, they were gone. They fucking disappeared.
Yeah.
I was like...
No, typical.
I had to delete
Typical.
all of my footage as well. They said, yo, you will not leave until... you will not leave until you
You will not leave Santon until you've deleted the footage.
Sir, you
You know,
will
like,
not
oh,
leave
sack,
Santon,
man, sack.
please. I will have to
Yeah.
escort you. Please and thank you. And
Yeah,
one thing that I
sack.
love joking around is the biggest stereotypes in South Africa, like the Joburg Butts, you know? The Joburg Butts.
Yeah, I boot.
Ah,
I
Butts.
boot.
How's it, man? You know? How's
Nah,
it?
man.
Yo,
Hey,
do you have a-
delete it now,
Yo,
boot.
bro, do you have a chuff for me, eh? Yeah, can I head of your chuff? Oh my! But
It's crazy.
What I can say about South Africa, for me, it's an amazing experience. Not just about the internet, but the people there and all the people I've worked with and all the people I've met online. It was nice to put that to a realization. To meet the people I've been gaming with for 2 years, 3 years. Meet the people that support me. You know, the Punishers that let me live there. Izzy,
Yeah.
huge shout out to Izzy. But the amount of creators in South Africa against Namibia is also ridiculous. I cannot collab with people. My friends hate being in my fucking videos because they Afrikaans as like they so Afrikaans and they hate, you know, they can't be themselves when they have to talk English, and that's something that I've taught myself. I'm comfortable when I'm speaking English, and it's just something that comes with time. But
It's the same with me because I grew up in dispatch. So English, I still make tense errors like is, ars. I still do
exactly.
that, you know. But no, and I get what you're saying because a lot of my friends are Afrikaans too. So I mean, I never ever did collabs when I started my channel for obvious reasons, you know. Because firstly, people didn't want to talk politics, and secondly, they didn't, they didn't feel comfortable to do it in English. So yeah, I hear you on that one.
It's really it's unfortunate because you see these I want anyone in the stream can name someone that makes individual content like him alone. The only person I can think of is Casey Neistat. I've watched all of his videos. I don't know if you know, you probably do know Casey Neistat.
No, I'm quite familiar with him.
In love with his videos. He is the one person that can take a camera by himself, only be the only person in the whole video, and it will be the most interesting video ever. He makes a movie every time he records a video. It's not a video, actually.
No, he does.
It's a movie.
He's very talented. His latest things, I mean, he hasn't uploaded in a while, but his latest stuff was to there. It was like, okay. What is that South African, though, that he's best friends with? Oh, I can't stand that guy.
Dan Macy, or I don't know, something
Dan
like that.
Mace.
Dan Mace.
Fuck. I met him in Joburg. I met him in Joburg during that where I got my pillow. He's probably changed, hopefully, because he was such a self-absorbed, like, smug little fuckhead.
Really?
But anyway, like, it's probably changed. Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, I'm talking about years ago. Maybe the guy has changed, but I remember being there and he was, like, sitting there talking about his experience and what he has achieved and what he's done. And I'm like, you know?
And then
like, well done, dude.
You just face him, you know.
I got my pillow and I fucked off.
Wait, the thing is laggy. Why is this laggy? This is not doing me well right now. My internet's cocking. Let me just disconnect.
Hope is saying,
oh, wait, there we go.
I live in Uitenhage. It's like 5 minutes away from Dispatch. Yeah, exactly. Uitenhage is known for one thing, Volkswagen. Volkswagen and Opels. Because everybody in Uitenhage actually drive Opel Cadets. and everybody in dispatch drives like VWs. It's like, I know. I went to school in Uitenhage. I went to Brandwag.
Please tell me it's not Uitenhage, it's Uitenhage, or is it Uitenhage?
Well, no, nobody says Uitenhage.
No,
It's
I
Uitenhage.
just from
Saag Uitenhage, hou by die blou. That's what you say.
it just looks like it. The first time I look at the the name, it just seems like it's something that I have to pronounce in Afrikaans. Like it doesn't look like something I would pronounce in English.
Uitenhage.
I would like to see an
That's
American
not how
pronounce
proper.
that. I would like to see an American pronounce that.
Uitenhage. Uitenhage.
You said
It sounds like a nightclub.
You said
Yeah.
Ronaldo earlier. If I go to America, everyone's permanently going to call me Dewald. How are you doing, Dewald?
Dewald.
I always just...
At least they'll get the black right.
yeah, that is exactly why. Everyone asks me, why is you... There's people I've been friends with for over a year. And then I told them, do you know, black isn't my real surname, right? They're like, what?
Yeah, it's swart.
I was like, are you joking? People actually thought my real surname was Black. I changed it 4 years ago when I started this channel. I changed it to Deal Black because no one can pronounce Swart. I want to see Dave
Exactly.
Swart.
A Namibian with the surname Black. I mean, come on. I mean, hello, it's Dewald Swart. We all knew that was coming a mile away.
Exactly. Okay, this is something that is more like politics, or like we're talking like COVID-wise again, but the lockdown regarding South Africa to Namibia, how ridiculous the Namibian lockdowns were, because as soon as South Africa had an announcement, a day to 2 days later Namibia had an announcement. Because I don't know if you followed with Namibia at all, but we as Namibians thought this was a massive fucking joke. At least that's what I thought, because it will be the exact same change South Africa made, and then our president would just be like, oh, I'm a copy paste. That is exactly what happened every single time. And it's not been the same, but
Man,
I couldn't
it's
believe
because
it.
Namibia is a province of South Africa. That's why. Namibia is, in all intensive purposes, a province of South Africa. Whether you guys would like to admit it or not, it is.
I mean, what a lot of people don't know, and it's really shocking. I mean, I wouldn't say a 13 to 15-year-old, or let's say 14-year-old, would have to know that this was a thing. But a lot of people don't know that Namibia and South Africa was one back in the day. A lot of people do not know that. And it's unfortunate, because people are like, yo, what currency do you use in Namibia? I'm like, Namibian dollar/rand. They're like, oh, really? I'm like, yo, you can use rands. Like, your money you use in South Africa, you can use it in Namibia. They're like, what? That's crazy. I didn't know that. Like, the fuck? Like, I'm the least one to talk about educate. I dropped out of school, but educate yourself a bit, like, about the country.
Just know the basics.
Countries.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
But the lockdown and stuff, it's just ridiculous. We talked about it yesterday. Me and my family were like, when is our president supposed to talk again? He talked, I think, a couple of weeks ago, a week, and then he just said everything stays the same. Everything.
Yeah, he'll probably speak when a day after Cyril speaks. That's what he'll do.
Exactly. And I don't know, like, do you think this is gonna lighten up soon? Do you think this is gonna go away within the next couple of months, or is it?
I don't know. We'll have to see with the winter, because winter is coming. Literally, a Game of Thrones reference.
Everyone with the flu is gonna go and get tested, and
Yeah, so I think there's going to be a lot of. I think that people are preparing for a third wave. I don't think it's going to happen. Hopefully not. I think everything will return to normal like by November. Hopefully,
really hope so.
We'll be able to do whatever we want come November, after the elections. After people don't have to act like they're the saviors of South Africa. With like all these policies. Yeah, I think November. But I think that people are going to be very wary leading into winter. Everybody's going to get a cold or like the flu and then think they've got COVID-19. So we'll have to see.
All right. I really hope it passes soon. I'm not going to lie. I mean, November does seem like a stretch, but if we look at the year, it's already May and we're still in the same state. And the thing is, a lot of people have adapted to it, to be honest. Like, I know every time, like, I forget my mask most of the time. I'll go to the security guard at Spar. I'm like, yo, I'm going to buy one inside. He's like, away. and then I walk in, and then it's just so
Yeah, you
normalized
can.
now.
I don't understand like all that whole mask thing. You can do this. Like, what you can must do that. Like, what's the
They won't
problem?
let you go in.
This is most a mask.
They won't let you go
Nah,
in.
that's bullshit. I don't get it.
No, we have this more, and now I don't know. Masks are are golden now because we permanently fucking lose them in our house. My mom and dad are watching right now. He can hear the stream in the living room. Yeah, we lose all of our fucking. Okay, I lose most of them. I'm sorry, mom, dad, my bad. But masks are
Ja, jy
like
kos hulle weer geld. Al wat jy doen is jy eet en jy kos hulle geld. Dis al wat jy doen.
Hey, I buy my own food. Don't start. I eat healthy.
Ja,
You
jy
know
moet
this.
hier begin betaal. Jy
I
bly
do.
onder hulle
I
dak.
do. Do you want
Jy
me
moet
to show you
hier
the?
betaal.
I'll show you the meter of the krag.
The-
I buy
the what? Yeah,
I
sure.
buy the electricity for this house. Just so by the way.
Man, jy spandeer jou geld op tattoos en fucking sweets. Kom nou.
And creatine. Don't forget creatine, eh?
Congratulations on losing on weight. You've lost a shit ton of weight, eh?
Thank you. It's been 14 days now. And one thing that I can say is I did this last year. I told you I was in good shape last year. And the problem, what I did last year was I would eat healthy in the weeks. Friday hits, haha, Coke, pizza the whole weekend. I'd gain another kilogram in the weekend and then have to work that off the next month. Now I'm doing a real good job at eating healthy or healthier in the weekends and controlling myself. And now I saw because I weighed Friday and then I lost 5.3 kgs in total. And then after like these 2 days, which I usually stay the same weight or gained weight, I lost another half a kilogram over the weekend. So I'm doing something right.
No, that's good. Because the thing is, you stream a lot, so you don't burn as much calories as what people
That walk around
that would
every day.
have a normal
Yeah.
job. Yeah,
I mean,
So you have to exercise and you have to eat right.
and it's something that's, I love to do, to be honest. Like, I try to explain this to people. I've said this a lot of times. If someone pushes you, if you want to like lose like weight, if that makes it. Wait, someone says my mic is messing up.
It's not mine.
No, why is it doing this?
Yannick
Wait,
says
is it good
yes,
now?
dead.
Wait, is it good now?
Yeah, it's
Let me
better.
know. Okay. What was I talking about? The working out and stuff. Completely went off topic now because this mic just.
Yeah, you went about like we were talking about our weekends when you stream, or when you stream, you're not as active as somebody that would let's say have a 9 to 5.
Oh yeah. So like working out, like when I used to, like when I was playing rugby or when I was doing cricket or different stages of gymming, like I was really active like throughout my whole entire life. Even when I did discover gaming and stuff, like it's not like I've been a gamer since I was like, PlayStation 2. Of course, I've played games here and there in the weekend for like an hour and then I'd go off and ride my bike. But coming like from fitness, okay, I don't know how really to speak about genetics, but I have tree trunks for legs. I don't know if you've met some of those people or like I have like it's crazy, but like I think my genetics I have pretty decent genetics. It's just like I've been overweight for like a really big time, and I've never really tried really hard. Oh, this is what I want to speak about. I remember now. If people tell you, for example, your parents think you are not in a good stage and they tell you, we think you need to lose some weight or we think you need to start exercising, it is something as simple as you have to have the self, motivation. You have to come to a realization and be like, I want to make a change and I'm willing to do anything. Because if people want to push you and people want to force this lifestyle on you, because at the end of the day, being in shape and being good in the gym is not a 3-4 month hobby. It is a lifestyle that you need to choose, and people can't force you to lose weight if you don't want to. Although it's what you need to do, you have to come to a point where you're like, okay, I need to do this for myself and myself only, because that's who you're doing it for.
Otherwise, if you have to do it for somebody else, then you're not going to put as much effort into it if you do it for yourself.
I know every day, for example, my sister came home the other night. I don't know if I told this on stream, but my sister came home the other night and she had pizza and she had one piece of pizza left. And she's like, here's a piece of pizza for you. I'm like, I'm really good, thanks. Like, I don't want it. She's like, no, but just have it. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm really good. She puts it. She's like, no, I'm just gonna put it here. I look at that. I looked at the box for like 10, 15 minutes.
Motivation.
Right, and I looked at that.
Dead staring the box. What brand of pizzas do you have franchises there in
We
Namibia?
have Debonnaise. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So just
Yeah.
sauce then.
No, it wasn't. No, but it wasn't Debonnaise. We have a lot of like local pizza like restaurants
Okay.
here that are amazing. That
Like we
beat
had
South
in
African
Dispatch,
pizza.
like Colby's Ranch pizzas.
Oh my
then
goodness,
you
no.
like
No, we
the
have
good old pizza.
like Western Saloon. It's like a local place, and like Old Sailor and stuff like that. It's like restaurants. But yo,
Okay.
the pizza box is sitting there, and I look at it, and I look at it, and I keep watching my YouTube video, and I just snap. I push away. I take the pizza box. My mom was still in the living room watching TV. I walk to her. I'm like, I want to eat this pizza so bad, but I'm not gonna. I go to the kitchen. I put it down. I walk back to my setup. I continue with my work. And then at that time,
That's
I
amazing.
realized I was like, because Ronaldo, pizza is my favorite food. It is my
Mine
favorite
too.
food.
Pizza and hamburgers, my
When
favorite.
I went to sit down at my setup after I put it down, I was like, you fucking got this. Like, if I can
Yeah.
turn away pizza, I know for a fact the next couple of months of my life, I'm going to completely, have a transformation, and I know that, and I'm going to stick to what I'm doing,
Mm.
and no one's going to tell me shit. People can comment nasty stuff on my transformation photos that I post on Twitter or whatever.
Ah, man, they
know
must fuck
for-
off.
I know
Like
for a
seriously,
fact-
like
I know for a fact that I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna take me I don't know how many months, and I don't care, and I'm gonna continue having a healthy lifestyle from now on. But when that night I knew that was like the check mark for me in my head, where I was like, you have the motivation to do
yeah,
this, and
you've
you
got
have
it
what
in the
takes.
bag.
So yeah, that was
Exactly.
that was really nice.
No,
I
well
think-
done, man. Well done.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
everybody that's got cock to say about it, like just fuck them. That's
what,
my
what
advice.
I can say is
Like,
I've not seen. I meant like said nasty. There was like one comment or something, but all of the like 50 comments on the post was everyone being like, "You look great. Keep going. Don't stop." And I
yeah,
want
for
to
sure.
thank
No,
everyone.
that's good. That's good.
So this next question, I think we have one or two questions left, but so you hit 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, absolutely crazy milestone. And I want
think
to
I
ask
did.
two.
Yeah, I did.
I can't believe I was about to ask when you're getting your plaque. How long did it take for you to get your plaque?
Oh, it was like a month. The thing that took the longest was them to send an email to me to put in the information, and then for them to
Actually
make
bury
it
it.
and send it to me took like a week and a half. So it was like crazy. Yeah, it's there in the background. You can't really see it, but it's there. All nice.
It looks so sick. Can't wait till I
Yeah.
honestly thought like it's so weird that they started with silver. Just so by the way, like this is just so off topic. Why the fuck did they start with silver and then gold and then diamond? Like, where's the bronze? Where's the 10,000 subscriber plaque?
Yeah, I
Like-
know. I asked
like-
myself that for a
like-
very long time. Like, hey, come on, give the bronze guys some love, you know?
Like-
Like, why can't like 50,000 be something, you know?
Yeah, 50K as well. And something as simple as, there's only like a couple of channels with over 100 million, but they should have thought about that at the start. They should have knew people were going to hit over 100, but I feel that should have like a fucking massive reward for 100 million
They should,
subscribers.
they should get shares of YouTube. That's what should happen.
We know the people at YouTube. That's not going to
Yeah,
happen.
we know
Never.
that's not gonna happen.
Never. Okay, but what I was saying, you hit 100K this year. On the same day that I hit 10K, can we just acknowledge that to everyone in stream? I hit 10K.
Well done.
because-
Congrats.
Thank you. Likewise.
It's probably because I sent a shout out. I don't know.
That is
Maybe.
true.
I don't know.
That is true. But after 100K, what is your next big goal? Like, what is your next, motivation to? What is your next big number, or what is the next big thing you?
No,
want to
there's
do?
no next number for me. I've achieved my goal, but now it's just to like remain. How do I put it without to remain relevant?
I wanted to say it
But
now.
not in a vain way, just I want to remain relevant in still being a voice that people can trust when I talk about things that are happening in South Africa. I've accepted the fact that my channel won't grow much more than this because YouTube is not friendly towards my channel, so I think one of the things is probably surviving this like woke left YouTube scenario, not getting my channel banned. and then just like being relevant and staying relevant with the stuff that I put out. That's my goal. That's my goal.
I mean, respect to that, because I think 100,000, like, once again, can I just put this out there for everyone in the stream? Renaldo is one of the people I love watching, and it's an absolute honor to have him on this podcast. Like, I don't know how I did it. It's with months and months of persuasion and dedication. Just saying, yes. I have a screenshot right. I have a screenshot right here that one of my mods screenshotted the day in my chat when Renaldo came to my stream. He's like, "Yeah, I'll host you sometime in April." And then Keegan,
yes, okay, my bad. I'll make a plan.
Conveniently told me the other day, he's like, "Yo, Davey, just remember, I still have the screenshot that Renaldo said he was gonna host you in April." I was like, host me. And then and something in my mind thought, wait, am I gonna go live with it? Is he gonna host me? Like, am I gonna go live with it? And then I'm like, wait, just send me the screenshots. I look at the screenshot. Oh yeah, I'll host you sometime in April. I was like, motherfucker, it's the 28th of April. That night, I look, the cockpot show is on. I'm like, Ronaldo's gonna have a piece of my mind. I go at Ronaldo. Why have you not hosted me yet? He's like, no, we'll make a plan in the next upcoming days. I'm like, yo, would you come on my podcast? He's like, oh, wait. I was like, wow, okay, that was quite easy.
Well, we'll make it happen. I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, April came and went too quick. I'm sorry. My bad. We'll make it happen in May. Okay.
In May. Clip.
In May.
Anyone clip that?
Yeah.
Or take a video?
Screenshot it. Yeah.
You can't screenshot a video, Ronaldo.
No, of course you can screenshot a video. You can't just listen to the audio.
A screenshot of what?
Screen grab. Screen grab. My bad.
Yeah.
Listen, you youngsters, I'm like more than double your age, okay? So
triple.
Just shut up.
Triple.
Shut up.
Triple my age.
Triple. No, man, that's impossible. You're not... How old must you be if I'm triple your age? What's 38 divided by 3?
Hey, you said it
it's
yourself.
Like 13. Well,
you said it yourself. You have it. You like when people call you childish because you're still 17. You still.
I am still 17, yeah. At heart.
Exactly.
Still 17.
Okay, and one of the last questions. If you had to move anywhere in the world, where would you move? If you had a one-way ticket, you can move all of your shit, all of the, like, you and your wife and Carter. Can't forget Carter. You can move.
Montreal in Canada. Okay, let me think about this. So I went to Montreal when it was spring, but I don't consider the winters, and I know the winters are like minus 30 degrees. So Montreal, I would probably love to live there, but like probably realistically it would be Hoboken. Hoboken is literally in New Jersey, across the river of Lower Manhattan. So Hoboken would be an amazing spot that I would live.
Why not Manhattan though?
Yeah, it's across Lower Manhattan.
No, I asked why not Manhattan.
Oh no, it's way too busy there, dude. Way too busy. Like literally because when we were on our honeymoon, we stayed on the New Jersey side. In Hoboken, and it was like a little town. It was such a small town. What is that? Do everybody, like, I'm sure everybody remembers that baking, that guy that does the cakes, Cake Boss, I think is his name.
He was on, what is the channel?
So he lives, the shop is in Hoboken. So it's like one of these like small little towns, and they've got like 2 or 3 main streets, and then you can take the subway to New York. So it's literally just across the road, and obviously it's a lot cheaper than Manhattan. I mean, or New York, living in New York.
Yeah, no, but that is a great choice. I think Montreal, I know, is really nice. My parents have been there years ago, like when the euro is probably like 6 or 7. But I think I would move to Dubai. That is one of my. I have this set thing in my mind for Dubai. I don't know why. It's either Dubai or Melbourne, Australia. That is, I don't know. I really like Australia. It's really safe there.
Like Dubai is just. Yeah, well, Dubai is just too overdeveloped, if that makes sense.
It's already rich.
It's like rubbing in your face. Like every second car is going to be a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, and you're going to feel poor. You know what I mean? The last thing that I want is to look at other guys and say, oh, look how successful you are. Like, and then I'm like this poor old expat South African, you know?
conveniently, right? I met when I did a lot of Omegle stuff. I met this one girl on Omegle, and I made it into a video one day. I'll send you the link so you can look at that exact clip. But I was like, "Where do you live?" "No, Dubai." What? I was like, "Do you get?" As a joke, I was like, "Do you get Snoopy geld?" Like I was trying to get clips, funny clips. She's like, "What is Snoopy geld?" I'm like, "No, like what pocket money? Like, do you get allowance from your parents?" She's like, "Yeah, I get around. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you. I don't know." I'm like, "Yeah, just tell me." She's like, "No, 25,000 dirhams." I say,
Oh,
"Wait."
yes.
I said,
Oh,
"What?" I
shit.
go do the conversion quickly. I see it's 104,000 rand a month. She's like, "No, I
Yeah.
also live in the Burj Khalifa. Yeah, I go there every day. I have a butt." She's like, "Yo, I'm not allowed to eat like fast food and stuff. I also have a butler." I was like, "You have a butler? You're rich." She's like, "No, I'm not rich. Everyone here has a butler." I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
She's
I
like,
was like, yeah, okay. Dankie hoor. Fuck
"Sorry."
off. Bye.
Fuck off, bye. It's so weird how the lifestyles can differ. I mean,
No,
it is what it
it's
is, but
well.
I
Look,
can't grasp
I'll
it.
I'll tell you, like, if you're gonna go to Dubai, like, just to go and check it out, then you have to go to Muscat, which is like 3 hours to the right of Dubai, and that is probably one of the most beautiful places that I've been to in the world. Muscat. It's like an underdeveloped but still modern Dubai, without like the flashy like Westerners that are flashing their money there. I mean, it's beautiful. Everything is made out of marble. They've got like 4-lane highways each way.
Namibia doesn't have a highway,
The
by the way.
mod Yeah, but the modern aspect is there without the flashy cars and like high-rise buildings. It's amazing. But they've got the most expensive currency against South Africa. What is it called now? Somebody in the chat that maybe, what is the Muscat currency? I have to think about it. I can't recall it right now.
I have
But
no idea.
it's something. When I went there like 7-8 years ago, it was like 30 rand to that. It's let me. I'll
Someone in
find
chat
it here
said
quick.
Muscat is the capital city of Oman, a country just out of UAE.
Oman,
I know
yes.
Oman because
Yes.
Oman played in the International Cricket World Cup qualifiers, or the World Cup qualifiers against Namibia. So I know Oman. It says Oman.
Yeah,
They're saying
Oman,
Rial is the currency.
Omani Real. Yeah,
Omani Rial.
Oman Real. Let me just check what it's worth now. Oman Real to ZAR. Let's just check here. It's 36 rand 52 cents to an Omani Real.
For one?
And here's the thing. Yes, for one.
That's stronger than
So
the
people
pound.
that think, yes, it's almost double the pound. So here's the thing, though. If you're gonna live in Dubai, remember that alcohol and cigarettes is cuck expensive there, right?
I'll
So
call them fine.
when we were at one of the like hotels there, my friend ordered a beer in Muscat, and he paid 6 Omani Real for that. So what is that? 180 rand for a beer.
Bliksem.
So yeah.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Dink maar baie versigtig voor jy gaan, hoor.
Yeah, I retract Dubai. I think I'll stay in Namibia for now. I might go to South Africa. I heard their currency is not that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, Renaldo. Yeah, it's been a real a big honor having you on the stream, having you on the podcast.
Thanks,
and the
man.
first having you as the first guest back in season 2, because I did do the season 1 like ages ago. But all the questions are done, and I think we talked enough cock for the day. But I just want to thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure having you, and thank you to all the people that tuned in to the stream. If you guys do want to go check out Renaldo, his @ is right there above his name, or his links are in the description to his YouTube and his Twitter. Please go subscribe to him, go follow him. He is going live now at 8 p.m. if I'm correct.
Yeah, boy.
He is going live at 8 p.m. tonight, so please make sure to go check him out. Go support him. Go say, Dewald Black sent you. Although we might have a 10th of his subscribers, we still have some traction. But
For now, I see you hitting the 100K relatively soon, so don't worry. I'll come and beg for subscribers on your stream sometime in the future.
Okay. Yeah. Likewise. Likewise. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you so much, Ronaldo. Thank you, everyone that tuned in. Make sure to please, I will have a Twitter post on later and a YouTube community tab post so you guys can comment who you guys want on next week's Sunday's episode. On the Spot is going to be every single Sunday at 6:30 p.m. So make sure you guys please pull through. It would mean the world. Let me know who you guys want on next. Please like, subscribe, turn your notifications, share the stream, become a member if you guys do want to, and I will see you guys in the next one. We had Renaldo Gouws on the Spot today. It has been your boy Dewald Black and Ronaldo, and we're out, guys.